Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Cosmicverse titled Women Are Searching for Husbands and Failing Miserably in 2025. It really makes you wonder what these women are planning to do differently in comparison to every other year that they have been searching and failing to find husbands. This video was recommended to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
2025 is the year that we are finding our husband.
So 2025, I am on a mission to find my husband.
What I'm doing in 2025 to meet my husband. 33 and single, and my clock is ticking.
Day 4, trying to find a husband. We're going to the footy. No one come at me.
Well, the clock is ticking indeed. So many women are rushing to get a husband this year.
If you are in a relationship or dating, remember, there is no 50-50.
I'm actually really worried that I'll never find a husband.
It's honestly pretty fascinating to watch these women use the excuse of the new year to justify the exact same things that they've been doing wrong for the last decade, but they will keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
I want a husband. I want a husband.
I'm 35 and I'm single, and I have a question for all the married people out there. Where the heck did you guys meet? Where and how did you meet? Did you meet out in the wild? Let us know.
Okay, so where are all the devout Christian men that are over 6'1" and didn't take the... Just wondering. If you're blue collar, it's even better.
Now that I'm actually single for real.
These women spent their prime years of their lives chasing after men who didn't want them, wasting time on dating applications, and grew addicted to social media. At any point, they could have gone out there and found a good man, but they always assumed that they would have more time. Now they are stumbling around in the dark and wondering where they went wrong.
I do start thinking, like, where am I going to meet my husband? Like, where he at, though? Tried at the gym. Turned out to be the longest situationship with firefighter. Like, maybe the gym's not the best place, or maybe I'll give it a second shot, but like at a different gym. Obviously, like I swore off that gym for good. And then not at the club. Tried that. Bad idea.
It took these women over 10 years to finally realize that men of actual substance don't waste their time at clubs. They're ignoring women at the gym as per the modern women's request, and now they're finally witnessing the damage they caused with their endless carousel riding and bad boy chasing.
These days, I only go to the grocery store and like Target, and that's it. And he definitely ain't at a Pilates class with me. I also swore off all dating apps a really long time ago, like a lot. I can't even remember the last time I had a dating app. But I don't know where he be at. He got to bust down my door because, I don't know.
Those men are literally everywhere. The only problem is they don't fit into her unreasonably rigid and delusional standards. It's not that she can't find a man, it's that she can't find a dude who she's highly attracted to that is willing to give up his bachelor lifestyle just for her.
What she means is that now that she's done playing around and entertaining these situationships, she's finally ready to settle down. I don't know where modern women get the idea that men will be waiting for them after they've spent years entertaining the chads, but it's ridiculous. Because many of them are doing it, at this point, it's really becoming a cycle where they overlook stability for excitement, only to come back later expecting someone to clean up the mess of their past choices.
What modern women will never understand is how insulting it is for a man to hear a woman tell him that she's done having fun and is ready to settle down now. No man with an ounce of self-respect will ever tolerate a woman who says that to him and actually settle down with her.
These are the types of women who overlook the genuine guy earlier on, only to be frustrated with the dating scene when they can't find them later on. Many of them are in the regretting loop, where they keep reliving their poor decisions and wondering why things aren't going their way. The only reason why so many modern women are struggling to find a man is because they keep ending up in these situationships, just like this woman.
That's a really good point. Modern women are stuck on an endless time loop where they are constantly reliving their terrible life choices over and over again, and yet they're confused when any man with a lick of sense won't deal with them.
Y'all, moral of the story, men are supposed to pay all the bills in 2025. I don't care what nobody says. Men are supposed to pay all the bills, and females, y'all can talk to whoever you want. You don't have to be tied down. So my friend, she don't even know what this post was at the beginning.
Y'all, she don't even know what I was saying. I said men are supposed to pay all the bills in 2025.
Oh, hell.
Get a job.
What's funny is how she thinks that this kind of proclamation will somehow work in their favor, as if there's some rich man out there who's watching that video and saying, I would love to pay her bills and go into debt for her. It makes absolutely no sense.
All the ladies who keep asking, where are the good guys at? I've been hanging out with some of my single buddies recently, and they ain't dating no more. Ladies, you're cooked.
Currently accepting husband applications, so if you meet any of these requirements, please let me know in the comments so I can accept your application. One is, of course, can you handle a redhead? What do I mean by this? I mean, can you handle the sheer annoyance that I can cause? I am aggressive, I'm annoying, I get irritated, I'm temperamental, I am just aggressive more than the average human being. Can you deal with that? Two, to go along with this, I get very hangry. I get so aggressive when I'm hungry, you wouldn't even realise.
The concept of a boyfriend application is absolutely disgusting to me. Why would any man want to talk to a woman as if he's applying for a job? Men work enough as it is, and also, this is why a lot of guys stopped dating, is because it felt like a job interview where you had to prove yourself to a position that you didn't even want in the first place.
Are you able to feed me at all points of the day? I need snacks in your bag. I need meals prepared at certain times. I need you to be on the dot with the food because I do not come to play when it comes to being hangry when I'm hungry. And number three, are you able to shower me in absolute affection? I need compliments. I need love. I need little kind gestures. You know, open the door for me. So are you willing to be my husband?
No! I'm fairly certain this is supposed to be a joke, but for every single one of these women who do this as a sketch, there are at least 4 or 5 women who take these kind of videos seriously, and it's pretty damn sad.
Other than the good stuff she mentioned, what it sounds like to me is that this woman needs a man to regulate her emotions for her. She outright mentioned she's temperamental, aggressive, and honestly downright annoying. Exactly the kind of traits that men actively avoid. Let's be real here. What kind of man would willingly sign up for that kind of stress, especially if she's looking for a husband?
If there's any favors that these women do for men, it's that they actually openly lay all of their cards on the table. They will tell you that they can't cook, they refuse to clean, and they will make it clear that you will have to bend over backwards just to get a lackluster hug at the end of a long day.
A man who values his peace and sanity isn't going to invest his time, energy, and future into someone whose attitude and demeanor are practically guaranteed to drive him away. It's baffling to me how some women like this think they can package their difficult personality as strength or independence and expect a man to overlook the obvious red flags. Newsflash: no man with self-respect or options is going to willingly marry someone who makes his life harder.
Here's the thing, guys. These women will openly talk about their insecurities as if it's some sort of a benefit. They honestly think that men operate under the same realm of delusion that they do.
Can we make going up and introducing yourself at the gym a thing again?
Hell no. Nope. Y'all made it very clear that y'all don't want to be approached in any setting, and it damn sure ain't when you hot and sweaty trying to just get through that motherfucking set.
So 2025, I am on a mission to find my husband. So I am going on date number 1. Wish me luck. I am back from my date. He's a really nice guy. Conversation was great. Food was good.
Do you ever notice how on all of these first date videos, the woman will always talk about how they had a great conversation? Usually that entails the woman talking about her exes for 45 minutes, while the guy can't get in a word at all.
He's not my future husband, which is fine. I'm looking for somebody a little bit more. He was very timid, very sweet. And I need a little... The spark wasn't there. Really nice guy. Nothing against him. On to the next.
You need help.
See, I don't really think that I'm all that ugly. I mean, I don't think I'm like the hottest chick in the room. I don't light up a room when I walk through it. But I'm not
horrible on the eyes. I might be right now. I just got off work and my big forehead is big foreheading.
It's pretty much obvious to everyone in the room, as well as across the globe, that this woman is fishing for compliments and validation in her comment section. That is the only reason for this self-deprecation to even be here in the first place.
But that's not the point. My point is what's wrong with me? I have a job. I have a car. I own my own small business. I pay all my bills with no help from nobody. I pay my cell phone bill and it's one of them contracted thingies. That just screams adult, okay? It's not prepaid. It's a contract. I pay it every month. I can find anybody to have sex with me. Boing. I can't find nobody that wants to date me. I just don't get it. Why?
One of the biggest problems with modern women is they assume that all men just want bedroom fun and that's somehow the magical key for a long-term relationship. They will never understand that men actually are looking for a bit more outside of that.
What's wrong with me?
The problem is, you're not changing your type, madam. Many women have this idea that just because they're paying their bills and handling their responsibilities like adults, it will somehow help them find a man. But here's the truth. Men don't care about those things because they aren't what attract a man to a woman. A man isn't out there looking for someone who can prove they're independent or responsible. That's simply the baseline of being an adult, not a unique trait that makes you desirable in a relationship.
It's funny to me how these individuals act like getting up every morning, going to work, coming home and paying their rent on time is somehow worthy of a medal, and yet when men do it, they're unimpressed and it's the bare minimum.
Listen to how she described herself: paying her bills, handling her business, and being independent. None of those things are qualities that men are inherently attracted to when they're seeking a partner. The issue is that many women don't understand men and what they actually want in a relationship. They assume that showcasing their independence and self-sufficiency will make them stand out, but that just doesn't work.
Being an adult and doing the bare minimum for meeting your responsibilities is not an impressive feat. There are literally millions of people across the world who do the same thing and don't feel the need to celebrate it.
Okay, so if anyone knows where all of the emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, introspective, one-of-a-kind, nice, funny, beautiful men are, that are probably in their 30s and want to settle down, want to have kids, a house, maybe some animals, some land, some like dirt bikes, four-wheelers, you know, guys that like take care of themselves.
This woman is literally asking for a well-built, rich man who wants to start a farm, and she's acting like that's not a big ask. Madam, what you're looking for is virtually impossible.
And care about the environment. If you know where they are, please let a sister know.
You can always tell the difference between a man who gets money for real versus a man who's a bum. The get money man is going to always provide, never going to ask you for nothing in return. He's never going to complain about anything he done for you. Nothing, none of that. Versus a bum is always going to throw in your face everything and anything they did for you. And they're always going to expect something in return.
A lot of these modern women have just turned modern day relationships into lifelong financial transactions where they are always the customer and the man is just the minimum wage clerk running the register. Oftentimes, it's a thankless job with zero future. This is why a lot of guys have walked away from dating.
It's crazy.
What she's trying to say is that she's broke and expects to leech off a man without offering anything meaningful in return. Just what world does she think she's living in? Men are not walking ATMs or saviors waiting to rescue someone who refuses to take responsibility for their own life. What's even more crazy to me is the fact that women who talks like this don't think that they're broke, even though they themselves have nothing to offer.
Women who go online and try to emasculate men for not freely giving them money think that their presence is more than enough to enhance a man's life, but they will never, ever be able to explain why.
Men today are much more aware of these entitlement-driven mindsets, and they're walking away from women who bring nothing to the table except demands. She's probably just angry at the man she's dealing with for not wasting his resources on her. If she really thinks a man can't expect anything from her, She really does not need to be dating.
It's comical how women like that will go online and try to lecture men on what it means to be a real man when they can't even get a second date with those very same men. They base their entire life philosophy on failure.
Okay, TikTok's about to be banned. I need to start meeting people in the wild or I'm going to go crazy, okay? The dating apps are out. Instagram's out, okay? Facebook's out. Like, I need to meet people in person. And you know, I love the gym that I go to. I love working out. I love being around, you know, like-minded people, but the gym's not really a place that you can talk to people. I feel like everybody's like focused on themselves. I want to talk to people, but what's the general consensus about the gym?
The general consensus about the gym is that's where people go to work out. They go there to focus on self-improvement and to get healthier. It's not a singles mixer event for you to bother men.
I don't know, but I don't want to go to bars. I don't drink. I'm not interested in that culture. So I want to meet people. What do we do? What can we do? Can I talk to someone at the gym?
How to meet high value men. Go to charity events or galas. You get to get dressed up and you can mix and mingle with all sorts of new people. Go to high-end hotels and restaurants and sit at the bar. Bonus points if you go by yourself.
Their plan is to basically try to sneak into places where rich people go and hope that they get noticed. What they fail to understand is that the men who frequent these places have better options and aren't going to take these women seriously.
If you sit on the corner of the bar, people are more likely to approach you because it's not directly like trying to scoot in between chairs and people.
Great tip.
Whitney did that last night.
Intentionally, and I can say it did work.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know how many men approached me. Probably like
3 or 4 within an hour.
It was like constant, nonstop. And another tip, sit on the side that's closest to the door.
Going to a nice gym on a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning is key because if he went out Friday night, he's probably not going to be at the gym Saturday morning.
It's always great to take dating advice from women who insist on giving this advice in an abandoned food court of a shopping mall. They truly are the sages of our generation, guys.
Like, I'd say 9 a.m. is that sweet spot.
Yeah. Then you don't want like a party boy, so you want to make sure they're like getting their fitness in. You'll know.
Yep.
Events that are held in a park, maybe at a city. So if it's like a yoga class in the park, a high-end car show in the park, maybe the farmer's market,
high-end coffee shops.
That's great. A lot of men and women like to sit and work. Great place to meet people.
Just be willing to try new things.
They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. All of these quote-unquote tips are just examples of what not to do. Every single one of these ideas involves bothering people who are minding their own business.
They should just call it what it is, looking for rich guys so they don't have to work. Let's be honest, that's exactly what many women are doing today. They're frequenting high-end places, luxury lounges and exclusive events, not because they genuinely enjoy them or can afford the lifestyle themselves, but because they're on the hunt for a man who can provide that life for them. It's all about securing the easy life without putting in the effort to earn it themselves.
It makes no sense how these women feel entitled to the resources of a man who worked his entire life to earn them. They think that because they exist, then they deserve a rich lifestyle.
The irony is that these women often try to frame it as being classy or having high standards. But in reality, it's just calculated opportunism. They're not looking for a partner to build a life with. They're looking for a provider to latch onto. And the sad part is, they often overlook the character and values of the men they're chasing, focusing solely on the size of his wallet. This approach might work in the short term, but in the long run, it rarely leads to genuine, fulfilling relationships. Rarely.
I honestly don't think a lot of these women even want genuinely fulfilling relationships in the first place, because even if they had one, they'd get bored and destroy it anyway. They are incapable of feeling anything other than greed and misery, it seems.
Okay, I think I might have cracked the code for how to meet boys in the wild. Because it's hard. Meeting guys in the wild is hard. So my birthday was last week, and my friend Daniel got me some new golf balls. But on the balls, it says, in my golf era, and then it has my Instagram handle on it. And like, obviously, I'm going to use the balls. I'm going to try not to lose them. But if I do happen to lose a couple on the course and somebody picks it up, it has my Instagram handle on it so that they can then go follow me. So I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I'll let you know if it works.
The ideas that these women come up with are cartoon levels of absurd. All she has to do to meet a guy is to go outside, live her life, and be friendly. That will work most of the time, but she's more interested in the story than she is about her own life.
I hate when broke men try to talk to me!
And I don't like it when people yell in their videos to try to make their videos seem more valid by virtue of the volume.
I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out.
Do tell.
You don't think I'm special. You really don't, 'cause
Well, so far we haven't really seen any evidence as to why they're wrong. Minus the yelling, of course.
if you did, you would not talk to me. You would lock in.
Lock in, is it? How exactly would a guy do that?
It's hilarious how they will go on camera and start screaming like a child every single time they don't get their way, and at the same time, they wonder why they can't get a guy.
Create something you're clearly unfamiliar with. You would understand that I deserve gardens. I deserve a princess carrot, a princess castle, and some caviar.
Now I understand that most individuals firmly believe that they deserve the very best that life can offer. Although what I am wondering about is why a lot of women out there seem to think that they deserve only the top percentage of earning men. What exactly do they offer that would earn them a place at that table? Is it just what they look like? Because in many cases, it's certainly not their personalities.
The kinds of women who demand the fabled princess treatment will also turn around and claim they are loving and nurturing, even though they will scream and insult men in the very same sentence.
So why the fuck are you trying to talk to me with your Honda Civic?
Like I said.
Isn't it funny that so many modern women who talk this way think they're special, but they all look and act exactly the same? It's almost like they're following a script, same attitudes, same behaviors, same sense of entitlement. Somehow they all believe they're some kind of princess, but they don't even know what truly constitutes being special or unique.
It's fascinating to watch the hive mind in action. They all say the same talking points, they all take on their makeup in the same way, they all have the same kind of style, and yet they all think that they're unique individuals. The irony is so thick, you need a steak knife to cut through it, honestly.
Just calling yourself a queen or princess doesn't make it so. Women who have their stuff together don't go around demanding things. As far as I've seen, what I see them bring to the table is an empty plate. And honestly, what this woman is demonstrating here is complete entitlement. There's just no better way to describe it. The pure definition of a red flag.
And that woman will deny that she has any red flags and then make a laundry list of her problems and say that rich men are just going to have to deal with her if they want to be with her.
I am not sorry. In 2025, I am not settling. So unless you're deep thrusting me missionary style, staring in my eyes, making love to me like Nicholas Sparks fucking wrote it, I don't want it.
We are definitely in the end times right now. Because why are the sassy men getting sassier? Tell me why I didn't reply to this man since last night. And this is what the fuck he sends me. He sends me a screenshot of the definition of communication.
It's a known fact that a lot of modern women cannot stand any man with self-respect because he will not put up with any crap that comes with her. The second he sees something wrong, he's going to call her out on it. And they call it being sassy because they're not used to actually being told what they are doing wrong.
He eats and conquers all of the sassy men awards, I fear. Like, this is top tier sassy behavior. What the fuck? And the audacity to put a heart right underneath it? Who are you? Who are raising y'all?
This is the kind of woman that was ghosting men left and right back in her 20s. She'd use men for food dates, had a roster of men, dudes in her friend zone, and based her value on how many matches she got on Tinder. Now she's getting a taste of her own medicine, and all of a sudden, she's a victim now, apparently.
This woman makes absolutely no sense. How is it that she tries to shame a man and call him sassy just because he wants to communicate? Since when did expressing your thoughts and trying to have an open, honest conversation become a negative trait in a man? It's baffling how communication, something that's supposed to be the foundation of any healthy relationship, is now being weaponized against men who are simply trying to engage in a meaningful way.
It's because modern women aren't used to not getting their way. They think that men were put on this earth to serve them, so when she gets the rude awakening, she can't handle it and decides the rational, mature thing to do is to try and shame the guy.
If communicating is becoming sassy, just what else have these women added to the list? The crazy thing about all of this is that when a man doesn't communicate, they're the first to get angry, calling him cold, distant, or emotionally unavailable. It's like men can't win either way. If they keep their feelings to themselves, they're criticized for not opening up. But if they do try to communicate and show emotional intelligence, they're mocked and shamed for it.
This is exactly why so many men are walking away. There's no sense playing a game if you have zero chance of winning. Modern women got exactly what they wanted in the dating world, and they hate the grand prize that they receive. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.